It's no great wonder why stress is common among people with type 2 diabetes. The mental energy required to manage the condition can feel like an invisible balancing act, with a never-ending cycle of eating right, testing, exercising, and taking meds. People with diabetes might have an emotionally hard time accepting the disease and how to treat it, says Batul Hatipoglu, MD, an endocrinologist at the Cleveland Clinic. It's not an easy load to carry on your shoulders every day, but you have to find a way to look at it from a different angle and lift up your load. Mindfulness, or heightened focus on the present moment, can be one of those angles. In a 2014 study published in the journal Diabetes Care, mindfulness-based cognitive therapy (MBCT) was compared with cognitive behavioral therapy (CBT) and with no therapeutic intervention to treat patients with diabetes and depressive symptoms. The researchers found that MBCT and CBT had significant positive effects on anxiety, well-being, and diabetes-related distress. Why stress management is key to diabetes control. Stress is not especially good for anyone's health, but it's an even greater threat for someone with diabetes. Short-term stress may directly worsen diabetes by raising blood sugar. I can't tell you how many times in the last 22 years of medical practice that I've figured out that the patient is going through a divorce just by looking at their hemoglobin A1C, Dr. Hatipoglu says. When a person feels emotional stress, the body releases hormones as a part of a natural defense against danger. These hormones elevate blood pressure, heart rate, and even blood sugar levels, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Emotional stress has the same effect as physical stress, meaning it will cause some of the stress hormones, like cortisol, to go up, explains Hatipoglu. Those hormones fight the stress by increasing blood sugar. In people without diabetes, the hormone insulin is released so that the sugar can be used as energy. Since people with diabetes already have a difficult time controlling high blood sugar, excess stress hormones can temporarily worsen the problem. What's more, in people with type 2 diabetes, stress can block the release of insulin in the body, according to the American Diabetes Association, ADA. Emotional burnout and diabetes. The long-term stress involved in managing diabetes may also contribute to depression. In fact, people who have diabetes are twice as likely to experience depression as those who don't have the condition, according to the National Institute of Mental Health. Ongoing stress and depression, in turn, can make juggling the demands of treating diabetes more difficult. For example, it might be hard to find the will to exercise or make healthful food choices. Chronic stress may have an effect on adherence to lifestyle measures, taking medications as prescribed, and avoiding potential harmful stress relievers, such as alcohol and inappropriate eating, notes Sethu Reddy, MD, the chief of the adult diabetes section at Joslin Diabetes Center in Boston. Breaking the stress diabetes cycle with mindfulness. Mindfulness refers to a collection of practices that help bring your attention to the present moment, whether by paying attention to your body, your breath, or simply your existence. A non-judgmental, accepting attitude is key to the practice. Many people with diabetes find it difficult not to judge themselves based on their blood glucose numbers, says Kara Harrington, PhD, a staff psychologist and research associate at Joslin Diabetes Center. If the numbers are not in range, that makes them feel bad, and they stop turning to the meter. Mindfulness works not by eliminating guilt, shame, or depression, but by guiding people to work through these emotions and accomplish what they need to do to feel better, either by pushing through a workout, passing up an extra piece of cake, or checking blood sugar even though they're in a bad mood. In addition to helping people with diabetes learn how to recognize and accept negative emotions, mindfulness therapies include meditation and yoga to help ease stress and depression, according to the ADA. In the past few decades, diabetes experts have increasingly embraced mindfulness and meditation techniques to help fight stress and other problems of emotional health. In 1979, a mindfulness-based stress reduction program was developed at the University of Massachusetts Medical Center in Worcester and slowly spread to hospitals across the country. Today, leading diabetes centers hire psychologists and counselors to help people address the emotional and physical impact of diabetes. Practicing mindfulness at home. If you're interested in learning more about mindfulness and meditation, Harrington recommends, in addition to meditation classes, trying apps, online courses, and even YouTube videos. You can also start with one of these mindfulness exercises. Diaphragmatic breathing. Sit comfortably.